Before you buy your first Rolex, you need to hear this. Because in 2025, there are Rolex models that look incredible, but can be terrible first buys. And these mistakes can cost you thousands. Welcome back to LuxePulse, where we help you make smart luxury watch decisions without the hype, pressure, or regret. If you're new here, this channel is all about guiding first-time buyers through the Rolex world honestly and calmly. Now, this video is not about saying any Rolex is a bad watch. Rolex doesn't really make bad watches. But some Rolex models are absolutely the wrong choice as your first Rolex, especially in today's market. So, before you spend serious money, let's talk about the Rolex models beginners should avoid in 2025 and what you should buy instead. And as always, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Rolex opinions always spark good debates. Let's start with the biggest trap of all, and it's not even a specific model. In 2025, most Rolex buyers still believe their first Rolex should make money. That mindset leads people to rush, overpay, or buy something they don't actually like wearing. Here's the reality. The market has changed. Prices fluctuate, premiums disappear. And while Rolex holds value better than almost any brand, that doesn't mean every Rolex is a guaranteed win. Your first Rolex should be something you want to wear, something that fits your life. Something that makes you excited to put it on, not something you're afraid to scratch. If value retention matters most to you, models like the Explorer 36 or Oyster Perpetual make sense. But if enjoyment matters more, buy what speaks to you and accept that small losses are part of collecting. The worst first Rolex is one you bought for the wrong reason. The Yacht Master is beautiful. No question. Platinum bezels, polished cases, sporty elegance. But as a first Rolex, it's a tricky choice. It's expensive for what it offers. It's very style-specific. And resale values are inconsistent compared to other Rolex sports models. Many first-time buyers assume the Yacht Master is a sub-alternative. It's not. It's more delicate, flashier and harder to wear every day. What to buy instead? If you want a sporty Rolex, the Explorer 36 or Sub later down the line will give you far more satisfaction and versatility. The Datejust is one of the best Rolex models ever made, but not every configuration is beginner-friendly. Diamond dials, diamond bezels, heavily polished two-tone setups may look appealing in a shop window, but they dramatically limit resale, versatility, and long-term enjoyment. These watches also tend to feel dated much faster. For a first Rolex, subtlety wins. A fluted bezel. Date just on an oyster bracelet is timeless. Flashy configurations are much harder to live with. If you're buying your first Rolex, keep it clean. Vintage Rolex can be incredible. But as a beginner, it's also one of the riskiest paths you can take. Over-polished cases, mismatched parts, questionable servicing history, these issues are easy to miss if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. Many beginners buy vintage thinking it's safer or cheaper, only to realize later they've bought something difficult to resell or service. If you love vintage, take your time. Learn first, buy later. For a first Rolex, modern references offer peace of mind, reliability, and far fewer headaches. But if you have your heart set on vintage, find a good dealer who knows their stuff and trust them. This is a big one. Beginners often walk into the grey market thinking they need to buy immediately before prices go up or stock disappears. In 2025, patience is power. Availability has improved, prices have softened, and authorized dealer relationships matter more than ever. Paying inflated grey market prices for your first Rolex often leads to instant regret. If you can, build a relationship with an AD. Try watches on. Take your time. The right Rolex will come. What could you buy instead? If you want a simple answer, here it is. I've said it before and I will say it again. For most first-time buyers in 2025, the smartest Rolex models are the Explorer 36, Oyster Perpetual, and clean Datejust 36 configurations. They're wearable, they're timeless, they're easier to buy, and they let you enjoy the experience of owning a Rolex without stress. Your first Rolex should feel exciting, not intimidating. So those are the Rolex models beginners should avoid in 2025. Not because they're bad watches, but because they're the wrong place to start. Now, I want to hear from you. Which Rolex do you think beginners should avoid? And which one would you choose as your first? If this guide helped you, subscribe to LuxePulse for weekly Rolex buying guides, honest advice, and luxury watch insights made simple. Your first Rolex should be the start of a great journey, not a costly lesson.